Hidden gems are special places, often off the beaten path. Places where you've had such an unforgettable experience that you want to share it with others. Today's hidden gem is the Farmers Market Restaurant. It's the oldest continuously operating restaurant in Lee County. Located in an industrial area, it's definitely off the beaten path. Let's meet the owner, Betsy Barnwell, as she tells us about the history of this iconic place.
Well, back in 1952, when the restaurant was put here, it was a major hub for produce. It was a produce market. It still is the State Farmers Market, but back then there was a lot more packing houses. We still have a couple produce places back there, but back then all the trucks would come pick up their produce, drop off produce. When there were a lot more local farms here in Fort Myers, and people would eat here because it was like home cooked food. So it was mostly the truckers, and then the neighborhood, started eating here, and then people now, of course, we get people from all over the place and to come to eat because the food is fresh and good. And
it is.
Yeah.
Why is it? It's always fresh, and you're doing such high volume, but everything's like home cooked.
Yeah. Well, it's just been that way. We just haven't changed anything. We have the fresh produce still, as we'll see in the market later, that we've opened recently, and we've just never changed anything. We don't, we still do it from scratch every day. We have cooks that have been here 15, 20 years that still do the same thing, and the recipes get passed down. One of our cooks that was here 40 years just passed away just a couple years ago. I mean, she was here so she passed along everything she knew and was here for a long time. So when you have the same people, they do the same thing every day. So.
I know you've got at least one employee that's been here over 50 years.
Yep, both of them, Mary and Joanne, are both their sisters, and they've been here.
Will I get to meet them?
Absolutely. Come on in. This is basically the way the restaurant's looked since 1952. We've changed a few things. It used to be a smoking restaurant, so of course that's changed now. But as you see, it is pretty much nothing structurally has changed in the last 70 years.
One of the reasons I wanted to do this is because your restaurant is so well known in this area.
Right.
You got tons of regulars, neighborhood, stuff like that. But when you get down towards Sanibel Island, and I say to people, have you ever visited Lee County's oldest continually operating restaurant?
Right.
And they said, I don't know, what is it? And I said, the Farmers Market Restaurant. They don't know about it. So I'm doing
we appreciate you telling them about it.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's not like it's a long drive, but it's quite a ways. Sanibel has a lot of great places. So when people are there, they hear about what's in Sanibel, right?
But there's nothing like this place.
Well, now they know, right?
Yeah.
And people like to say too, like our regulars like to say that they want to keep it a secret kind of, because they want to still be able to come in and eat and not be too busy. I don't want it to be a secret, but I think it's one of those places where people like to keep it a little bit in their pocket because they don't want it to get so busy that they can't get in, and it already gets that way sometimes during season.
A couple of years ago, we came here for a Thanksgiving meal.
Oh yeah.
Man, was that ever fun?
Yeah.
And I see here that you've got newspaper fame.
Yeah.
Is this for like an anniversary or something?
Yeah, so we're in a lot of, if you look around the restaurant, you can see a lot of articles. This one was about how we're in it for the long haul. And there's other places. Actually, that Kelly's Fish House, I think, is closer to you over there in Naples. But yeah, just talking about the oldest restaurants in Lee County. And we're the oldest, but all of these are just right behind us. And then this is when... this is who I was telling you about before, a cook that was with us for 40 years and she passed away at 87, Miss Libby, and Joanne is still here, and Miss Mary is still here.
5 decades ago, Mary McCoy was a truck driver's wife. Her husband delivered produce to the State Farmers Market. McCoy would meet him at the restaurant for lunch. She liked the place so much she applied for a job, and she's still here today.
But yeah, they're definitely a staple here, and they're very famous here at the restaurant.
Why do you stay so long? I'm serious. That's
no place else to go and love it here. We don't want to go anywhere else.
Yeah.
What makes this place different?
Who knows? It's just that way.
Has it changed much since you started here?
The prices have changed
Yeah, they
a lot.
have.
She brought me a menu.
Yeah.
You brought me a menu a couple years ago, and it was like 50 cents.
Yeah.
For...
Well, when I first went to work here, we made $1 a day.
Okay. I can remember $1 an hour. I don't think I remember
I
$1
remember
a day.
$1. Well, see, this is different. Not like you go, I'll get you a job and stuff.
Yeah. But you know what's great with Mary is she, even though so many things have changed, she just rolls with it. Like, through the years, you do though.
Well,
You know?
changes don't matter to me.
Yeah.
How do you describe the food or the cooking here?
Excellent.
All right, so how do you describe the food here?
The food's delicious here, and the service is great.
Yeah. What makes it delicious?
Apparently, the way they prepare it, it's very, very good. It's good Southern home-cooked meals.
You can point out the sign to me.
Chocolate cream.
Have you ordered yet today?
Yeah, just now.
What did you order?
The fried catfish.
Fried catfish.
The Farmers Market Restaurant is a no-frills eatery. They serve large portions of Southern style, made from scratch home cooking. Y'all come, I'm telling you, it's quite an experience. Now, where does all this fresh produce come from that they use to prepare those wonderful meals at the restaurant? Well, follow me. It's located right behind the restaurant. It's open Tuesdays through Saturdays between 9 and 4.
At the market. Hello, ladies.
Hello, John.
It's Betsy. So tell us what we're seeing now. We're behind the Farmers Market Restaurant.
Yep. So when I bought the restaurant, I decided, it's been in our family for 40 years, but I bought it 7 years ago. So when we bought it, and people said, well, that's great, where's the farmer's market? And there was no farmer's market. So there was a small one, but Irma damaged the whole building, so there hasn't been one since Irma. And so I felt like if you have a farmer's market restaurant, you should probably offer people a farmer's market. So what we did, and Jocelyn runs it, is we decided to have everything that we use to cook at the farmer's market restaurant over here, so that people could come over and buy the same things, like the green tomatoes, but also just some of our products like Dixie Lily, the rice that we use, the cornmeal, and then also on top of that offer local Florida products. So if people want anything like honey or jams or barbecue sauces or chips or salsas or hot sauce or fish, dips. I mean, we've got pickles. We try to offer about, I would say, 90% of our stuff is from Florida.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Natalie's orange juice is from Florida. That's our orange juice that we use at the restaurant, and then we sell it here. So we just trying to sort of offer a farmer's market that's open Tuesday through Saturday, 9 to 4, as opposed to having to go search all around town for the farmer's market that's only open for 3 hours a day. And a lot of times during the summer, they close down. So we're lucky to be able to have it year round because we have the restaurant. So.
Well, give me a tour.
Okay. So here you've obviously got the fresh produce. We go to Immokalee when we can, but right now we're going to Plant City because it's out of season, and Plant City's a little bit further north. So you see mangoes, which are in Florida now. The corn comes right off the farm. The tomatoes are still Florida. The green tomatoes, we have excellent fried green tomatoes at the restaurant, and these are the ones that we use to fry those up over there. Lemons we use to make our fresh lemonade over there. The peppers, we have stuffed bell peppers on Monday, so we use stuffed peppers. Our potatoes, we use a lot of those for guess what?
I like the way you
Mashed
display it.
potatoes.
Yeah.
So we've got our collard greens are very popular at the restaurant. We offer those here, and they're collards for a cause. Actually, it's a farm that's just a couple streets over here in the Dunbar community, and it's called the I Will Mentorship, and they have kids help them farm the collards and everything.
Now, collard greens can vary a lot, and I will say that you have the best here that I've ever had. They're not like overly vinegary. I mean, they're just done perfectly every single time.
Well, it's a recipe that we've been doing for 7 years.
Well, I hope you enjoyed your introduction to the Farmers Market Restaurant. Give it a try. I think you'll be glad you did.